Tolva Tuesday again. Bryce Martino's back. PodThot crawled out of wherever. Tolva, of course. And the Randall Cobb to my Aaron Rodgers, Theo Bachman, finally, after months of waiting, after the last time I said he's going to be back, and then, he didn't come back, but he's back now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been circumnavigating the globe, learning lots of languages, experiencing tons of culture the last couple of months. Now I'm back to bring some takes. Let's do it.
Andrew, I could have called it Theo Tuesday because, it's his first time back, but this day is all about you.
Oh, stop it. Just roll the bingo dice.
All right. I'm glad we know the rules now, 3 weeks in.
Okay. I don't know.
You don't know a lot, really.
For those
31?
of you who don't know, he rolls it 3 times. If it's over 100, I have to be kind. If it's not over 100, I can be my normal self.
Okay, cool.
Okay, what was the first one?
31, and now this is a 9, so that's 40. Damn. Unless it's a 60, which it's not. It's a 1. That's great. 41. All right.
Great.
Well, then I guess let's just get right into it. We'll say it's I don't know, Tuesday take back, Theo. You don't have any takes actually from this season to take back, so you're excused from this one.
Yeah, I don't have anything on file right now. Got
Bryce,
some off-season draft stuff. That's about it.
What about you, Bryce? Anything you want to take back?
My Arizona Cardinals hate. They've pleasantly surprised me the last couple weeks. Kyler's been looking like an MVP. They've been getting some nice production out of their veterans, I should say. James Conner's been getting some nice production as a goal line back. AJ Green's pleasantly surprised me. Max Williams' last 2 weeks, he's been looking pretty good, like he's going to be the next, or Kyler's most reliable option.
And then he shattered his knee.
Yeah, exactly. So
that was really nice of you, Bryce. Tolva, anything you want to take back?
Yes, there is a take I'd like to take back. Way back after week 1, I was all high on the Raiders, and I was thinking of taking this back last week, but I just think this is the perfect week to take it back. So first off, my early defensive player of the year, my little crush, Max Crosby, is not putting up many numbers in the box score. Brian Edwards is making me stupid for making all my friends draft him in their leagues. And Derek Carr is doo-doo. And that offensive line is awful. And their special teams coordinator or assistant or whatever is their head coach now. And they've lost 2 straight. And they just don't look like a productive football team. And now that Gruden's gone, I think he was good at doing football things. He's also good at making racist, anti-gay, sexist remarks. And he's a dirty, skeezy little boy, but he's good at football things. So now that he's gone, I think they just take a steep decline. And I'm sorry for making that take. I'm sorry to the public. I swear I'm smarter than that.
Deontay, you're in luck because Bryce said the Cardinals thing, and you were like, Mr. I hate the desert. So you can't say that one. What one do you want to take back?
My love for the San Francisco 49ers. This is awful. I know it was only his first career start, but Trey Lance looked like absolute. It's just awful. They can't stay healthy to save their lives. I don't know why I'm depending on any Kyle Shanahan-led team to do anything competent. Just fuck that guy. Yeah, that's awful.
Hot take.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on that. I was all over the Niners before the year, too. I kind of thought they had a chance in that division. They just haven't looked good. The passing game hasn't looked good. George Kittle, Debo Samuel, and Ayuk can just never be healthy at the same time. Secondary's inconsistent.
Josh.
I don't know. I love Trey Lance long term. He doesn't look ready though.
I got all those like Helen Mirren takes. They're all aging pretty well. You know.
Your takes that like kickers are important and stuff.
All right. Okay. So like that wasn't really a take. That's more of like a state of
A
mind.
fetish.
A decree.
Yeah, I don't think I was like really wrong about anything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Will Lutz has been out for 6 weeks, so
yeah,
it'll be a godly return.
And I said
Cody
Cody
was
Heimers
a
Parkey.
is-
fifth rounder on a kicker though this year. Not a good look.
Okay, Swaggy E's been doing pretty well, and I've died on Swaggy E's sword many times this weekend. I have apparently like everybody hates him for some reason. Little do they know he kicked like 2 game winners in the first month of the season, but you know, he celebrates a field goal that hit the flag, which was pretty impressive. And him and I are idiots.
I would
Tyler
agree.
Bass has been putting all the kickers on his back the last few weeks. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Well, we missed week 5 because of peanut butter and jelly gate.
What?
Because the Chiefs tried to
Deontay
like
missed
poison
that part.
Josh Allen without like having almond butter.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Which I don't know why you need almond butter for peanut butter and jelly, and it's better if it has a little more peanut butter. Anyways, you don't want the bread to get soggy.
Peanut butter's gross.
Butter jelly
gross
time.
anyways.
Peanut butter jelly time. Sorry. Can we continue?
Yeah. Apparently the Chiefs aren't going to make the playoffs, and Mahomes is overrated.
And the Chiefs have no defense. They failed their offseason.
Yeah.
We've been talking about this for weeks. Before they got their first loss, we've been saying they have no defense. It's their Achilles heel.
They
But
spend
it's
all
like-
this money on a dominant offense already, and they just let their defense go to die.
It's a combination of them having a bad defense and then the way that everyone's scheming up their offenses against them. Like they're having to defend the toughest offensive schemes every week because those coaches are spending all week dialing up plays, knowing they need to score points against the Chiefs. Teams are going for 4th downs at a higher clip against the Chiefs. Like they have a tough job to do, and it's just making it even worse.
What other games were good on?
Chargers,
Bucks,
Browns.
Yeah. I was going to say Bucks Miami just because that was the first one I thought of because for some reason, you know, that's where CBS sent their A team. But yeah, Browns Chargers. Let's go into that one.
That was a great
Justin
game,
Herbert,
and I mean,
good at
it's just
football.
Justin Herbert supremacy that we've been talking about for so long at this point. Like, the man is a modern day gunslinger. He is built for this league. He's massive physically in stature. He's got great pocket presence. He's athletic as all get out. His best plays come when the pocket and the play breaks down. He is making guys who are not all pro caliber players look like they're all pros. And he's opening up the run game, which usually you see the run game open up the pass. Like this dude is opening up the run game. He's legit. And he deserves to be talked about like top 5, top 3 QBs in the league.
You know
And the
something
Browns were
that
atrocious on defense.
something that I just remembered that we were talking about last week, Tolva, was you said that you were out on the Colts, and there was a brief, well, I guess the first like 3 quarters, I was like, I don't know, Carson looks really good, and maybe it was the Ravens that we overhyped, and then now it's like the Colts are 1-4, but I don't know. The
The Ravens
AFC
do this
South
every
is,
week, though.
yeah, but I feel like the AFC South is like so bad, and it's only the
It is bad.
Titans. So
Well, they could win the AFC South, and I'd still be out on them. But because, push comes to shove, they're not a good football team. They can't
I mean,
beat teams with a balanced offense and defense.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you watch the tape, I already did a little bit last night. The Ravens defense in the first 3 quarters, it was just bad. Like the scheming was bad. The players were doing their jobs. The scheming was bad. That's on Don Wink Martindale. But he figured it out towards the end of the game, which is what he had to do. And Lamar just went crazy. 4 touchdowns, 504 all-purpose yards, career high in passing. And no one cared about the rushing streak at that point. He was dealing. So
Fumbles a concern, or not really, because he can do everything else.
well,
I think his
I
goal line
hold my
fumbles
breath
are.
when he runs. Yeah. It's his fumbling. That's a problem. I mean, he'd be one of the best in the league in recent history if he just didn't fumble. But like, he puts his body on the line, he's bound to get injured. That's the sport of football. I don't care if you're Superman. I don't care if you're Lamar Jackson and think you're Superman. Like, you're gonna get injured eventually. Just don't tell Chris Solly that.
Who's Chris Solly?
We
Dude.
have him on like every week. He's the Ravens.
Oh,
fan.
dude, like,
Dang! I hope he listens to this.
no, that's my bad.
We have to send him this clip.
I like heard the name and I was like, is that like
He's
a football
irrelevant, it's
player
fine.
or like? I just immediately thought it was like a politician that did something stupid. My bad, Chris.
Don't do politics on this podcast. Come on now.
No, I thought I don't know.
Well,
Who else?
next.
Who else is there? All right, Theo. Dallas Cowboys look pretty good.
They do look good.
Giants, though, they're pretty bad.
Kadarius Toney looked very, very good. I will say that.
Yeah, until he
Huge
decided to
bright
punch somebody
Put
with
somebody
the
in
helmet
the
on.
face.
He was the
Yeah,
only
I mean,
option.
That wasn't great, but he almost had 200 yards. Like that's a phenomenal game.
I'd have 200 yards if Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Kenny Golladay, Saquon Barkley, your center, and your quarterback were all out. And Kadarius Toney is half a brain and a little bit of athleticism. Of course, he'd go for 189 yards. I'm not sold
I mean,
yet.
the Titans
I think
had
he was great
opportunity
against the
for
Saints,
players to
too.
step up last week. There's tons of opportunities for players to step up. They don't get
But Kadarius
189
Toney is
yards.
talented. He's just misused, and it's going to continue to be like that. Like, I hate that people want to get used to him, like, putting up big numbers because he's misused right now. When they get all their weapons back, Saquon's coming back, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, and Kenny Golladay are coming back.
But based on what you've seen, why would you give the ball to Sterling Shepard instead of Kadarius Toney? Like,
Sterling
why does that
Shepard
make
was
sense?
Kadarius Toney in college. He's just as talented as him. He's just misused. Like, they're both going to be misused. Why would you give the ball to Kadarius Toney over Sterling Shepard, who's
Because he's
a
much
shifty
better
veteran?
with the ball in his hands.
We've seen 2 games, and he's still being misused, even in the games where he's putting up numbers. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tell you like Jason Garrett's doing a great job or anything. Like, you're certainly correct.
it's just like you can't feed him at that rate, obviously, because everyone's coming back, and he hasn't been focused on, and no one's figured him out yet because they're not doing as much film study because there's not as much film to watch. Like, we'll see a decline. It's fun to watch him. He's so fun to watch. And he was a serious threat against the Saints, but he's just misused in that offense, and I hate it.
So Deontay and Tolva had their favorite teams play against each other.
And who won, Deontay? Would you like to remind us who?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game.
It was the
I'd
New
rather
Orleans
not.
Saints. We won 33-22. We picked off Taylor Heineke twice.
Congratulations.
And Jameis Winston looked like an all-worldly Jesus type of athlete.
It was 15 of
It
30.
was a perfect
It was
game.
15
I think it was a
of
perfect
30.
game.
15
It's
of
been a
30.
long time
Don't eat
since
one.
I've seen a quarterback play that well. So,
He played well. Jesus
Hey.
Christ.
how many digits did you guys lose by? Double. That's what I
Right.
thought.
It was vintage
Congratulations.
Jameis, though. Interception and a 75-yard touchdown in the first 4 minutes of the
Interception
game.
when his fat lineman stepped on his foot. I'd throw a pick too. Alvin
No,
looks
he
great.
wouldn't.
He's got no weapons.
Not with that finger.
He's got no weapons. I broke it playing basketball. I was balling too hard. You know me.
Like the modern day
But no,
Derrick
he
Rose,
has
huh?
no weapons. And
Chill, the
they're
guy
running
just
ball
got engaged.
pretty- Thanks, guys.
Hey, but sorry, Tolva, to cut you off. Here's a shameless plug. Pre-game and post-game host for the New York Knicks, Bill Pito, on the show Thursday. Go on, Tolva.
Shameless plug. Okay. So did anyone else watch the Saints Washington football team game? I wouldn't. If
I
was
saw
a
some
fan
on
of the
Red Zone,
team.
yeah.
Okay, what'd you think?
I thought it was pretty good from the Saints. They actually used Marquez Callaway the way they were supposed to, the way they have to.
He caught a Hail Mary. Jesus Christ.
Deontay,
No,
is the
bro,
football team's
it's the
defense
other.
good?
No.
No.
bro.
I don't know. Are they?
He hasn't been listening.
I don't
to
think
the
so.
show
watched
for a
that.
couple weeks.
You watched that game, right? Was that a good defense out there?
No, they've been awful all year. All I heard was how good this defense is.
All right then. So what do you want me to say?
A
suck.
defensive line made up of all first round picks hasn't gotten to the quarterback at all this year.
They had 2 sacks, and the Saints had 4 linemen either out or out of position.
Jeez.
And they had 2 sacks. Yeah.
I mean,
that's a roughie.
I mean, what do you want from me? You have Landon Collins back there trying to do something competent. That's not going to happen. So
yeah, well, we've talked about this linebacker corps, but I think I saw firsthand what you were talking about. How Cole Holcomb is actually the best linebacker on the team right now, and how what they're waiting for is the competent IQ to find its way into the mix. It's just too many young players. I see exactly what you're talking about. The problem is that this football team can't really compete in their current division because there are just too many. There are too many holes on their defense and too much firepower on a team like the Dallas Cowboys. That's a full, 2 games ahead right now. And there's just too much firepower for their.
Yeah, Dallas is actually good this year, and the other teams in the division are getting exposed now because they're way out of the race.
I mean, yeah, because Philly, they have Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts is only going to take you so far.
Philly got totally outplayed, by the way. They were lucky to win that game.
The Giants are the Giants, and their injuries are starting to pile up. Dallas was always the better team. They just, they lost the quarterback last year.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that they're getting better. Yeah, it's simple if you ask me. Dallas is going to run the division.
Is there a division where we think something's up in the air, or one where we got a hot take here? I know for me,
AFC North, Bengals, Ravens, Browns. Who's got a pick? I think I lean Browns, but
you got to go Browns. Ravens are too injured, and I think this is a throwaway. I've said it before in the podcast, and I'll say it again. They've had too many injuries to compete in the division and the conference. It's just a throwaway. You can't win with all the injuries they've had, all the, the defense isn't playing like what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, do we think that the Rams are going to pull it out over the Cardinals? Do we think that a team like the Chiefs can come back from the bottom of the division to take over the Chargers?
I think the Chargers win that division.
I think they were my early pick. I remember.
Yeah,
I told everyone they're a playoff team.
Mm-hmm. Cardinals are interesting because I was all over the Cardinals last year too. I thought Kyler could win MVP, and they started great, 6-2. I thought they could win the division, and they totally fell apart. So far, all throughout his career, Kingsbury, the Cardinals have folded in the second half. They've been terrible. I mean, they look better this year than they ever have in the past. So maybe they can keep it going. But I still have I thought Kingsbury was a bottom tier coach coming into this year. I'm still not sold.
I'm just gonna keep sleeping on Cliff. It's fine.
Well, hold on. If you're high on Cliff, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Why? He's yet to give us a reason. He really hasn't. Film, the eye in the sky don't lie, and he is still not drawing. He's drawing up a better scheme, but he's not drawing up the right scheme still. This is Kyler Murray magic. So why do you believe in Cliff?
Because he has Kyler Murray.
Ah, I see. Okay.
We're all realizing now that Bill Belichick isn't that great without Tom Brady. Objectively, he's not.
It's taken Kingsbury 3 years to get this level of play out of Kyler. I think a competent play caller could have had this a while ago. I don't know. I think Kingsbury's done some bad things with Kyler. He's gotten him hit a lot.
Mm-hmm. Cliff's the right guy, and he's going to win Coach of the Year. And then, when he invites me over to Arizona and we hang out on that white leather couch, we'll look back on this. Okay, actually, that poses a good question. In year 3, what will be the better combination? This current Kyler Cliff dynamic, or 2 years from now, Mac and Bill?
No, Kyler by far.
Kyler, yes.
Is it because of the coach, or is it because of the talent of the quarterback?
No, like I don't think Mac Jones's upside is anywhere near Kyler Murray. Not even close.
Yeah.
So you mean Kyler and Cliff right now? Because Cliff won't have a job in 2 years.
No, I'm saying like year 3 of Cliff and Kyler versus year 3 of potentially Mac and Bill, if Bill makes it that far.
You think the
Theo's
Patriots
right.
start
He
5-0
doesn't have
2
the
years
upside,
from?
but there's a better coach in New England. And if he had a quarterback with the upside of Kyler Murray, then
that team would be deadly.
Yeah. Insane. But I think he can be an elite game manager, or like he's not creating plays the way like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, the way I expect. Like I think Trey Lance is one of those guys that's like going to develop to be a playmaker and make everyone around him look good, and that'll be a good pair with Kyle Shanahan. So like if Bill Belichick got a Trey Lance, GG's, we'll see y'all next decade.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not the way it is right now. So yeah, give me Cliff and Kyler.
Before we switch to a different conversation, what we're saying is that instead of maybe winning Super Bowl number 6, the New England Patriots should have gotten rid of Tom and maybe gotten their future quarterback.
They did, but
yeah, I know, but you don't need 6 Super Bowls when you already have 5. So maybe they should have gotten rid of him.
They did pick Sony Michel instead of Lamar Jackson. I'm just saying.
Everyone picked everyone but Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
true.
I think there are few quarterbacks in the league with the upside of guys like Kyler Murray and Josh Allen and Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow even. Like, it doesn't come down to being dual threat. It comes down to like who's elite, who is going to like genuinely make a difference, and is going to beat the other guy every week. And there just aren't many of those in the league. It feels like we have a bevy of them right now. Like Herbert, Mahomes, Allen, Lamar Jackson. Come on, y'all help me out.
Kyler, Herbert, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson's another one. Like there's a lot of talent at quarterback right now.
I think there's a solid 9 right now.
So I just think like it's really hard to pick at 15, that being the highest pick that you've had in like a decade or two. And then, you expect to get a guy with that kind of upside. Lamar always had that upside, but the Denver Broncos had a 5th round grade on him as a running back or a wide receiver or something. Like some teams didn't even view him as a quarterback. So like, I don't know. I think Jordan Love is the last guy with like crazy upside that's been picked pretty late. And he looks like a dud. And they're picked late for a reason, because they're risky. So it's hard for a guy like Belichick to get his hands on someone with that high of a ceiling.
Bryce, do you want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Chicago Bears?
Let's go Steelers.
Okay. Tell me about the 2 and 3 Pittsburgh Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster-less.
I think Ben is holding them back and has always held them back this whole season. And towards the end of last season, it started to. If you look at them, Ben can't hit a wide open target down the field. It's either to his feet or way over him. This offense is running through Najee Harris and only Najee Harris because they can't throw the ball. Defense, that pass rush is insane.
when they're healthy.
Yeah, when it's healthy. It hasn't been healthy a lot
TJ
this year,
Watt
but
wrecks games. Like he might be underrated. Like I know he gets a lot of love, but he actually wins games like nearly single-handedly. TJ Watt.
I don't think the loss of Juju Smith-Schuster hurts that offense a whole lot because he's honestly been a dud this year.
Well, I mean, they have no O-line, and they can't open the running game because they know they can't pass. Defenses know they can't pass. So
I don't know how you get yards when you can't complete a 15.
No unit outside of like maybe linebacker, Devin Bush, Joe Schobert, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and Melvin Ingram. Like that might be the only core where I'm like, yeah, that's solid. They have no holes. Like everything else is like, whoa. There's one running back in Pittsburgh, one. And if he goes down, it's over. There's no wide receiver one in Pittsburgh. I will fight anyone to the death on that. Ben Roethlisberger should have retired 2 years ago. Where's the tight end? There is no stud, none, zero, no stud on that.
They've tried so many times to get one too.
None.
Like, and it's failed every time.
They are starless on the Steelers because they can't let Najee Harris be himself because they can't open the offense or even a lane big enough for him to run through. And then their defensive line is banged up. They don't have Stephon Tuitt. They miss a guy like Javon Hargrave who's having a crazy year. And I mean, then you look at their secondary and it's just gross. Minka's the only star. So it's a messy team.
Why is Joe Hayden still playing? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
He's a CB1 too. That doesn't make sense.
And I don't think there's going to be a Dwayne train coming into the Steel City anytime soon.
I think you're right.
I can't cue up that Usher stripper music again. It really stinks. That
They're
TikTok kind of banged.
unwatchable right now. Sunday Night Football too next week. Steelers Seahawks. Gino versus Ben.
That's a third of the game.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Gino.
Horrible.
Who'd have thunk in Thanksgiving of 2010, the next time a Jets quarterback would be on Sunday Night Football would be Geno Smith, 11 years later, starting for the Seattle Seahawks.
I almost want to say he looked good when he was filling in for Russ. Like quarterbacks who come in mid-game,
he did look good.
Aren't good. They're the best case scenario is they manage the game and get out of there with a pick. He looked good. He was comfortable in the offense and ready to grip it and rip it. So I was actually somewhat surprised and impressed.
So I guess you're all picking the Steelers in that game.
Yes.
No.
I really don't want to. I do not want to pick Ben Roethlisberger to win any football game, but might have to there.
No, I'm going to go Seahawks. No, and then they're going to get crushed by 50 points on Monday Night Football the next week against the healthy New Orleans Saints coming off their bye.
Oh, man, the Seahawks have back-to-back primetime games?
Yep, they have Monday night against Michael Thomas, Traquan Smith, Eric McCoy, Andres Pete, Quine Alexander, Marcus Davenport.
You got to flex that
Will
game.
Lutz is back.
A lot of Geno on TV the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. And I'm hyped
Got to
for
flex Geno out.
No, I think he's
that
unflexible.
man a gold jacket. I might draft him in fantasy. Who knows?
Do it.
Salim, you look kind of sad. Let's talk about Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions, who I really want to get a win.
I don't.
All right, you're too negative.
You're not rooting for them?
Why would I root for anything in Detroit?
All right, I forgot. He just hates positivity. Theo, your turn.
The Dan Campbell press conference, it just makes you upset. You want to see those guys win. Just hate to see a grown man cry.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I told you were done talking about Detroit. Bryce.
You got to start doing bingo balls for Deontay, too.
No, because then he'll just be too over the top about it.
Quiet, yeah.
He'll be like,
oh yippee,
Detroit's
I can't
great.
wait to see the Steelers play.
Yeah. Bryce, tell me about how, Dan Campbell and the Lions kind of tugged at your heartstrings a little bit.
They've lost so many heartbreaking games, so many close games where they should have won. This team can be good in the future, and they probably will be in the next 2 or 3 years. They need to get a few more pieces on offense and defense. Dan Campbell's really surprised me this year. I didn't think he'd get it figured out right away in year one, but this team should not be 0-5.
No, they shouldn't. No. But you see, this is what I love, that football experts can see an 0-5 team and say that is a different team than last year, and they're good, better than they were at least. And the scheme is different and the culture is different, and you can see it on the field of an 0-5
They're
team.
keeping it close with good teams too.
Yeah, no, I mean, they can't close, but that was the Chargers' problem last year, and look at them now. I don't think they had Justin Herbert and Jared Goff, but you know what I'm saying. It's this is the right coach for the job.
Goff has a nice bridge quarterback for Detroit until they get a young guy figured out.
If they get an awful pick, and quick
They
plug,
probably should,
y'all be on the lookout for all this draft stuff. I have a lot coming out soon, especially on quarterbacks. But there's some uber athletic quarterbacks in this draft, and some ones that could go around the Lions' range for where I've them projected finishing the season. So if they grab a guy like Matt Corral from Ole Miss, Malik Willis from Liberty, or maybe Sam Howell. He starts to play better.
You like Carson Strong, Tolva?
No, I do not. He's kind of like a Jordan Love guy to me, who's late round 1 max.
That's someone I'll probably talk myself into then.
Yeah, or Vikings, but.
All right. Well, I guess we're done, having feelings and emotions, and Deontay's out of Detroit prison. All right, TB, you have a game of the week.
Yep, clear game of the week this week, 1:00 time slot. We got Ravens, Chargers, Lamar Jackson versus Justin Herbert, 2 of the 5 best quarterbacks in the league, MVP race, 4-1 AFC teams, tiebreakers at play, home field advantage at play. Should be a great game. A lot of points. Probably set the over-under around 70 for this game. Going to be electric.
This is going to seem totally out of context, but Andrew, I totally understand what you were saying. But he definitely didn't say that. But I totally got it.
All right. Deontay, what's your game of the week, man? Let's go, Deontay.
I'd easily have to go Browns Cardinals. Not hot take, but I say the Cardinals taking their first L. That's just me personally. I think the Browns come out and punch the Cardinals in the mouth and put Kyler Murray on his ass. So yeah, that's how I see it going.
So how come Dan Campbell can't bite people's kneecaps off, but Kevin Stefanski can pop them in the mouth?
I don't know. I like Cleveland. Cleveland's nice.
Yeah, Cleveland's great.
Yeah.
I like the Browns there. The Cardinals have not faced a defense nearly as good as the Browns so far this year.
After what happened last week, I don't know if you call them a defense.
True.
When I said
stayed on a bus for that game.
Defense did not travel.
When I said the Cardinals were going to beat the 49ers, everybody was like, but the defense for San Francisco is so good. So, I mean, I don't know. Their defense wasn't hurt.
Look at the inactive list. It just says defense.
Okay. Bryce? Oh, game of the week. I don't know if you knew where I was going.
I mean, are there any other games of the week?
I mean,
kind of a lame week.
Yeah, everyone took my games of the week, so since it's such a dud, I'm going to go Bills Titans.
That's a good game. You won't get penalized for saying that.
No, but Titans have played us extremely well for the last 2-3 matchups. I think this is an important game for Buffalo. Get on the map a little bit, even though they already are. But improve their playoff seeding, improve their standing in the conference, get a little momentum going into the Buccaneers game later on.
Okay. All right. Is it my turn? Does that mean it's my turn?
Yeah.
You going Lions, Bengals?
Goody. Packers, Bears. I'm from Chicago. I love a good old rivalry. I'm not a Bears fan, but I know how excited the city got. I am from Chicago.
Not a rivalry anymore.
I didn't know
I
that.
think you need two good teams.
Well, I don't think we have any in this matchup, to be honest. I'm not sold on the Packers still. But anyway, I think it'll be a good game. It's fun to watch Justin Fields, even when he isn't like lighting up the box score. I still think he's a fun player to watch. But this is kind of a slow week for games. This is going to be a lot of surprises, which I think at the end of the week will be like, dang, that was good. That we got some questions answered. There are some decent games where it's like Raiders, Broncos, who's coming to play, Cowboys, Patriots. What if there's an upset there? Like, we might get some questions answered here.
Vikings, Panthers, I think will be very close. Like that, those are two well-matched teams. I don't think either of them are that good, but there's some good games here.
Dolphins, Jags, man.
Dolphins,
all the way
Jags.
in London, all the way across the pond. Don't sleep.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna sleep. I'm not waking up at 9 a.m. on a Sunday again.
But you woke up at 9 a.m. to watch the Jets. Shut up, Steven.
It's my favorite team. What do you mean? You woke up at
You didn't get a
over
first
here.
down until like 10:30. You could have got another hour of sleep.
Yeah, I could have, Theo.
I mean, you got destroyed by the Falcons.
I mean, we came back really well.
You still lost. You lost the game.
Hey, I mean,
It was a dud of a game.
you can't win all of them. Jet lag's real.
Can you win any of them?
No.
Unless
Beat
he's
Titans.
playing Tennessee.
Yeah, how did Tennessee lose to them, though?
Tennessee's not good.
They didn't have
Really?
AJ
But it's the
and
Jets, so
Julio.
you got to beat the Jets.
I don't know.
I don't care how good you are, you got to beat the Jets.
It's that MetLife landfill home field advantage.
There is no home field advantage.
Yes, there is. It's built on top of a landfill. It smells like garbage. You're not used to it if you're not from New Jersey.
I've been there twice. It's a terrible stadium.
It smells like garbage.
Jersey's garbage.
I'm not arguing with you there. And I think they built the stadium on top of what was that guy that the Irishman was about? The mob guy, Al Pacino, Jimmy Hoffa. That's his resting site, actually. Did you know that?
Shout out to Jersey, man.
Not really. It's like, in the words of all you millennials, it's a mid-state.
Bottom tier at best.
All right, yeah, that's fair. I actually would have said Bengals Lions. It's an interesting game. I feel like this is one of those
I was
games
going
that.
to say that.
Want to see Dan Campbell cry again?
No, I just want to see the Lions play a nice, hard-fought game, and the
I want to see him
Bengals
cry
try to.
again.
You really want basketball to come back, don't you?
No, because he's a Wizards fan. What's he have to cheer for there? There, too.
Yeah, and then you tell him that Bradley Beal's really good, and he's like, no, he's not. You just really don't like being optimistic at all, huh?
He's
I'm
not a
liking it.
happy person.
I watched my team get dotted up by Jameis Winston. Life is a joke.
Well, all teams
After
get
getting
dotted
dotted up
Jameis.
by
Don't
Josh
feel
Allen.
bad.
Future Hall of Famer James Winston.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
At least I'm not a Jets fan.
See,
Put
like, I
some
don't.
respect on his name, please. Number 2.
Why do you
Number
gotta
2 on
come
the
at me
field.
like that?
Number 1 in your heart.
All right, Deontay, you're being all negative and whatnot, bringing the morale down. Tolva Tuesday, Theo's triumphant return.
Theo Tuesday. Theo Tuesday.
What team after week 6 are we going to be like, no, they're not that good? That has a winning record right now.
So who's getting canceled this week is what you're asking?
Who's getting
Well, I
canceled
think
this
that was
week?
already answered.
Carolina.
Do the Cincinnati Bengals get canceled after they lose to the Lions?
I'd fire the whole staff.
honestly, I think the Panthers, they're gonna they will lose to the Vikings, and it's gonna be, oh, it was a good 3 weeks. Well,
PJ Walker time if they lose.
Yeah, honestly, at this point.
XFL legend. Can't forget that.
Mr. Martino, did we miss anything?
I think we covered it all.
Happy Tolva Tuesday, everyone.
Do you want to tell me a player that dropped their nuts on the table in week 5, or do you want to keep that for Sunday?
Sunday.
Let's keep that for Sunday.
Yeah.
Damn. Because mine definitely would have been Davis Mills.
Davis Mills supremacy.
I mean, this is a TSW theme here. We are Davis Mills stands, and we have been since his time as a Cardinal.
Was the anti-Davis Mills. I wish I could have come on after a 0.0 quarterback rating, but I'm coming on off the heels of a 300-yard performance, so I have nothing to say.
Mm-hmm. You'll see when he's wearing a gold jacket.
Do you want to say anything before, we let the people go back to hopefully their happy lives, Salim? You want to bring them down a notch again?
Want to make us all sad?
No such thing as happiness in Detroit. That's all I gotta say.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
I really wish I had haters so they could be like, Detroit lives rent free in Lizzo's head, but like I can't even get those. So
do we have supporters?
Yeah. They're like the Marines.
We got some loyal followers. We got some loyal listeners. We see you. We see you every week, y'all.
That's funny.
What? That's their slogan.
No, it was clever. It was funny. I like it.
Ride the wave.
See
Bryce
what you did?
Tipped out on us.
Yeah, you made Bryce leave. Yeah, I guess that's it. Andrew, you want to say anything?
Happy Tolva Tuesday. I'm glad that this is growing a following. I love everyone in the Zoom. Such a fun time. I'm thankful for everyone that comes and listens to our shameless plugs, our hot takes, and just our angry nature. But at the end of the day, it seems like we know what we're talking about. So happy Tolva Tuesday, everyone. Steven, take us away. Any shameless plugs you have?
No. I mean, Deontay could use some shameless hair plugs, but...
That's why he's got the hat on every podcast.
Oh, what? You can be all negative on my podcast, but then I make a joke, and then, okay, that's where the line's drawn.
I was uncalled for, man.
Yeah, but it worked so well.
It did. That's why I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm used to it.
No, I'm mad for you.
He probably wears his head on every single date, though.
God, that hurt my heart because we all know at the end of the day, through all the beefing, Deontay and I are star-crossed lovers, and I just feel so bad for him and his bald head.
Balding. It was funny.
He's not quite there yet.
I thought it was funny.
You shouldn't have said that was mean. Then proceeds to call him bald.
Hey, it was
balding.
Funny.
Two-faced.
All right.
Not even mad. Good shit.
Theo, welcome back. I'm happy you're able to join the circus once again.
Yeah, we covered it all. We covered the entire NFL,
including my head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a soft spot for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe a bald spot for a couple of weeks.
It was funny the first time. Like we got that. We got like the soft spot part.
Deontay's not coming back after this now.
No.
It's all right. He'll still lead in appearances for like a year.
What do we call him? Pod junkie or something?
PodThot. Lizzo.
Lizzo, EDP, PodThot. He's got a bunch of names.
PodThot. That's the one. Right.
Yeah.
Deontay, you good? I'll send you my therapist number.
I'm great.
I don't know.
Don't send me your therapist's number. Your therapist is doing a terrible job.
If there's a therapist that has to deal with Tolva, Deontay might need to get a second job because there's no way that guy or girl is cheap.
Mm-hmm. Or works.
You just said you had a
or is
therapist,
even
so
certified.
they obviously
This is my
work.
therapy. This is my therapy. These podcasts. Unless the bingo balls go over 100, which is yet to happen. So
Yeah.
Just waiting on the day, that sad day.
yeah, I feel like it's coming next week.
Yeah.
One could hope. All right.
YouTube. Watch the video so you can really get the full immersive experience. Apple and Spotify if you want Tolva directly in your ear holes.
He's in some other holes.
It's true.
Careless whisper saxophone riff plays.
Dang, this is where we wound up with this. All right, Bryce, just say your Instagram page in case anybody doesn't know, just so I feel better about the ending of this.
Check me out on the FB Analyst. I just made a new page, the CFB Scout. Check me out on both those.
He's also going to make one for, you couponers out there.
Oh yeah,
Deals
definitely.
analyst.
What?
I just was thinking about the supermarket, and I feel like Bryce could diversify and just be like, the analyst guy.
No, I got a few more years left before I start worrying about deals, so let me be for now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me wait till I get Deontay's age.
I'm only like 4 years older than you, asshole.
Yeah, okay. I've been trying to end this for a while, but then, I don't know. We just can't, that's how it is. Can't get enough.
Let's pay.
All right. I love you all. I love my listeners.
Your listener. See, there you go again. All right. Barring, a 9-hour rain delay with no almond butter, Sunday night, and then Tuesday, Bill Peter on Thursday. We're out.